Oh yeah, MatePad Pro.
Yeah. Wow.
Well done, Will.
Is
Yeah,
that how
so
it looks like? Jesus. That looks like a competitor there. Oh,
so what you're saying? It looks like Samsung or Apple?
Apple
Yeah,
with the bar.
I
Wow.
would like to give it a shot. I want to try. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
it's interesting. Any OS in this era. We were talking the other day about Google's new Fuchsia thing. Developers in the comments were laughing at us. They're like, "These guys don't know what they're talking about," and they're right. But as from a user perspective, which is mostly where we live from an analysis standpoint and stuff that we do, it is interesting to get your hands on these alternative platforms to see if there really is a shot, to see if anything's happening differently. Now, mostly in Android space, I wasn't such a huge fan of some of the heavy skins that manufacturers were making and modifications, because another part of it is like how many OSs in the mobile space can remain natural for you. There's enough people that have difficulty just moving cross-platform from iOS to Android. They're just like, that's me. That's comfy. That's a comfy spot for me. I don't want to move over there. But here's a situation where it was motivated out of necessity. Now, the other thing to mention is as difficult as it will be to compete with the likes of Google and Apple outside of China, maybe inside China, where Huawei has had tremendous success, maybe that pitch is different when they say, hey, use an all Chinese OS and hardware from the ground up, that could be compelling to users that are local. So maybe where they give up some opportunity outside the country, maybe they gather it back inside the country.
Yeah.
But it's going to be almost a nearly impossible pitch outside of China for people to purchase this extra OS at this point and then wonder if, like, where's my YouTube and Google services, Google apps. And I heard you can get Facebook to work, but like, it's, man.
Will it even work with telecommunications, cellular, like 4G stuff, 5G?
Well, that they can figure out on the hardware side. They can figure out, but it's more whether or not whether or not developers choose to embrace and develop for a brand new platform that may or may not fit well within their business model. I mean, for a long time, we talked about a number of apps that were paying more attention to one platform over the other because it made more economic sense for them and they have limited resources. Now you say, I mean, we saw this happen with BlackBerry and BlackBerry eventually was built on top of Android, but anywhere we've seen a push to get developers on an extra Palm.
Yeah.
Palm OS, man, this stuff feels like a billion years ago. And even before that, even before iOS, I had one of those Treo devices, even before you had the later Palm operating systems. And so it's always been the catch is like your device is as good as the apps that you can get on it. And you can have this is super elaborate hardware, and maybe I'll pick one up just to use the camera, and that's that. But if you can't get all the apps and services that you're used to using or you need to use, you're not going to make that compromise.
Carry two phones.
Some people do that.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared to do such a thing. But either way, they piqued my interest. They're just like more camera. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 cameras there. And I'm most interested in the one that occupies the bottom camera cutout by itself. What you doing over there? Type of sensor we got. Do we have a 1-inch sensor under there? Because, we had this story the other day. It was Sharp, who were going to be the first to put a 1-inch sensor into a smartphone. Is that hiding in there, Huawei? Send one over, whatever. We'll talk about it. Send one over. We'll boot up Harmony OS or whatever you got and talk about it. Yeah. And shoot some samples or whatever. And talk about it through the lens of the current state of things.
It looks great.
Through the lens. Oh. Will Do's a fan, so I don't know. I don't know what that means to you.
I like the design.
I don't know what that means to you, Huawei.
It means nothing.
No, remember you said that companies like Huawei have a soft spot for you. You said earlier.
Sure. Whatever you say.
No, you said it. I didn't say it. You said it. I was like, why, Will? You're like, I don't know. I can't tell you. They just really like me. I was like, really? Wow.
Paraphrasing again. But yeah.
Let's talk a little bit more about Huawei's new operating system. That is what they spent the majority of their time on. They launched Harmony OS on the flagship Mate 40. So here's the details you were looking for. So it is going to be on the phones, Mate 40 and Mate X2 smartphones. Official. The Watch Series 3 also gets Harmony OS. So they're creating an ecosystem. They're going to do the Apple thing. Man, that's ambitious. And the MatePad Pro tablet. That's the one that you talked about. They have, of course, pivoted after U.S. sanctions have hurt their business and made it very hard for them to not only figure out software, but even just hardware trading partners, because there's been restrictions on that. Huawei builds Harmony OS as an operating system that can work across many internet-connected devices. So that includes smartphones, wearables, and, of course, TVs, which I don't know why I recall that was one of the earliest ones they did. Now, there is a benefit to having one OS across your devices from the manufacturer of the hardware. Apple has proven that. There's an incentive there because things can sort of work together a little more smoothly than the more open-ended OSs like Android or Windows, Microsoft, where you have a number of different hardware manufacturers building devices for that software. It can be a little bit more complicated from a compatibility issue. That doesn't mean it's going to be easy to build in the first place, but if they can achieve such a thing, that will be unique in the marketplace. Here's a quote from Ben Wood, the chief analyst at CCS Insight. Harmony OS is designed to provide the glue between a growing array of connected devices that Huawei is targeting. Huawei will be hoping that it can follow Apple's lead by having a single software platform that extends in all directions, providing a seamless experience to customers that buy into its ecosystem of products. So, Will, are you saying that Huawei is the next Apple? Is that what you just said to me?
Well, it would be nice to have a competitor as such. You know what I mean? Where everything is just singular. The OS, hardware. Yeah.
So Huawei's the next Apple.
Sure,
Signed
yeah.
Willie Do. Wow. Big statements over here. Speaking of Apple, how's this for a concept phone? Now, first of all, this is absolutely never going to happen. It looks to have drawn some inspiration from that Xiaomi device, which had the screen on the back. And this one looks like it has an even bigger screen. You can see, first of all, they're calling it the iPhone 14. It has 4 camera modules, a screen to the right of the camera section, and then a screen below that. Or is it one seamless screen? Either way, the top portion there is looking like it's telling you your battery capacity of your connected devices to the phone, so you can quickly glance at the phone's battery, the watch battery if you have it, and headphone battery. This video is kind of nicely put together. Very realistic renders.
Yeah.
With the
Shout out Yanko. They do a lot of.
But is it
design.
Yanko that did this though, or did they just embed it and post it?
Oh, maybe they just presented it.
Yeah, the concept is from the mind of Max Burgos.
Oh, Concepts iPhone.
Is the YouTube channel. Anyway, yeah, so Yanko's always bringing these type of stories, though. So
Okay.
shout out to them anyway. It's not a thing. This is like one of those fun dreaming things. Like, oh, imagine if they did this. But I do like the render quality on that, man. That's pretty wild. Way to put that together. And the screen on the back does have some utility for taking photos with the better camera, but there's no way Apple's not doing it. I'm just going to tell you right now. By the way, did that Xiaomi device ever show up here with the screen on the back?
Yes.
It is here. I got to check that out. I got to check that out. So, yeah, while this may never happen, about never say never, because Cyberpunk and Blade Runner, I mean, look what the stuff that's supposed to happen. Never say never. Cars are supposed to fly at some point.
Yeah, hopefully soon. It comes in purple. So that's nice.
Yeah. I don't know about the placement of the Apple logo there.
Oh,
Seems a little off.
yeah, you're right.
But where do you put it? Maybe you get rid of it like the
Yeah.
iMac. You just say, you know what? Can't fit that one in there.
Uh-huh.
How about that for a wild render? Oh, we have one more wild render. This one coming via 9to5 Mac and put together by Antonio De Rosa. And this is a Mac Pro concept, which is maybe a little closer to feasible, although still quite avant-garde. This seems to draw some level of inspiration from earlier Macs with that flat front and the thing that looks like a disk drive, but actually in this case is a couple of USB ports, and I think an SD card reader possibly. It has a handle on it, and then on the back is where things get interesting because it looks so slim and trim, almost like, I don't know, 2 Mac Minis attached at the hip.
Uh-huh.
But then you get this top portion, which in this design makes the system modular. And these modules would be storage or GPUs or, well, any variety of things that you might need. If you scroll down, there's actually another really cool video clip showcasing how this might work. Now, there's been a rumor for a while that Apple was going to do maybe keep the current Mac Pro form factor for those that want the super traditional tower situation, but then rethink a more minimal version, considering how powerful the M1 chip is and how it's been received by the community and the fact that there's improvements that are set to come out. Like, people are amazed at what they're doing with the Mac Mini. And you can see the backside of that sort of has a similar look to it. And so it's not that crazy to imagine a smaller desktop Mac Pro, but I still don't think it's going to look like this. But imagine slotting those modules in like as if they were a game cartridge, like new GPU.
They got to blow on it first?
I probably wouldn't recommend it. Probably wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
All right, last Apple-related story, iPhone 13. Good news with the iPhone 13. We knew it was going to be fatter. We knew with the new display technology and supporting ProMotion is what Apple calls a high refresh, and presumably having to fit a battery that can provide similar battery figures, performance, while compensating for that increased refresh rate. You were just like, okay, it's got to be a bit fatter, the phone. And then we did the measurements on the model unit that I've had over here, did the official measurements on Unbox Therapy, and sure enough, even this model is already a bit fatter, ever so slightly. But the good news is it appears it is going to come alongside better battery capacity, bigger battery capacity. And we have some figures here, courtesy Love to Dream. According to this rumor, the iPhone 13 Pro Max gets 4,352 milliamp hours compared to the current 3,687 on the 12 Pro Max. That's quite an improvement. Well, that's almost 1,000 extra milliamp hours. We're getting closer to that 5,000.
Lasts a couple days.
Now, here's the other thing. They got the new chip, the A15, which is apparently more efficient as well.
Yep.
So maybe you're seeing some banana town battery life, but it is important to note it's going to have to deal with this 120 hertz. But I'm sure they're going to put some dynamic switching in there that when you're not going to need it, it's going to turn it off, and they're going to just try to be power efficient about how they give you 120. So I think it's not crazy to say that we may see some of the best iPhone battery life ever on the next generation. And I like that, as opposed to just always having to make things thinner. Battery life, man, from day to day, you use that. That's life.
Yeah.
Life in the fast lane, man.
And if it's a little bit thicker for an iPhone,
Yeah,
it's
so
not
what,
too bad.
man? All right, how about the regular 13 Pro? Supposedly that's going to be $3,095, which is up from $2,815. And then the Mini goes to 2,406 milliamp hours from 2,227. So the biggest improvement, obviously, is on the Pro Max model. That's likely going to be your battery performer if that's what you're into. You might get that 2-day, that mysterious, coveted, foggy 2-day battery. that we've all imagined.
Mm-hmm.
We've all. I don't know what I'm trying. I don't know how I'm trying to phrase this.
It's very legendary.
It's always been. Actually, never mind 2 day. I want 1 week. Never mind 2 day.
Let's not go that far.
I want 1 week. 1 week battery. It's weird. You just get used to it. You're just like, yeah, you charge it every day. Like I've been wearing this watch. I charge it every day.
Uh-huh.
Get used to it. And that's the target. Let's just make sure they do it every day.
Yeah.
They get 1 day out of it.
Full 24 hours.
Let's make sure they get 1 day out of it. But I was goofing with that HP, that new Elite Folio. Actually, the video's not even out yet. Whatever. Keep an eye out for it. And it's got a Snapdragon chip in it, even though it's like a convertible laptop thing. And they were stating 24 hours of battery life or 20 hours of video watching. And then over the weekend, I never plugged it in once. I was using that at home. Never plugged it in once. So this idea is very captivating to me.
Yes.
And I get excited about battery tech and charge tech.
Yeah. Hopefully they can go with really fast wireless charging as well.
Yeah, put it all in there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're not asking for a lot here.
Be nice with it.
Who was saying that the other day? He's nice with it. Oh, it was Dave Chappelle on Rogan's podcast.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he kept saying, you know what? He's nice with it. He's nice with it. And I like that. That stood out to me as well. He kept going there. That was his current lingo. YouTube is introducing a new feature, has already introduced for a number of select individuals. This is one that I have just wanted for a very long time. I don't even know if we talked about it on this show before, but it's there. It's coming out. We are talking about the loop button. Whoa. You can finally take a video or song and just wait a sec. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy on the expressions out there. You got a problem with this?
Don't they have this already?
No, they never had that.
You right click on the video loop? Is that what are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh, what?
What is right click loop? Show me right click loop. How dare you?
I mean, come on. Yeah, right here.
Okay, do it. What happens? Click it.
Well, it loops after it's
Okay,
done
go
playing.
to the end. Let's verify this right now.
We got
It's only going to loop once. It's not going to
Are
loop.
you sure?
What, you think it's going to loop indefinitely?
That's what the loop feature is, right?
Okay,
It
do it.
loops.
Okay, let's do it right now. Do it live. Do it right now then.
Oh, we have a minute to go, but
What you mean a minute? Oh yeah,
I'm
fast
just
forward.
skipping. Yeah.
Let's do it right now. We'll get to the bottom of it once and for all for the people out there. So you get to the end of this video. I don't doubt that it's going to loop once, but I don't believe it's going to loop indefinitely.
There you go.
Yep, go to the end now. Oh, you know what? If this ends up working, which we're finding out, this captivating moment right here.
Oh, look at that. What happened there?
It
It's,
will loop indefinitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've never used the feature on desktop, but certainly the feature has not been there on the app. There's no
Oh,
right
you
click.
mean-
There's no right click loop. So that must be why I'm confused. I've never actually looped on the desktop.
Oh, so this is for mobile.
For the app,
Oh, okay.
for the YouTube app. But I was curious about the other thing as well, which is why I wanted
Right.
to see if it actually worked. Which, shout out to Willie Doo for
Yeah.
enlightening all of us. Just do the right click loop if you're in Chrome. But actually, Will, even in the YouTube Music app, up until recently, the loop function wasn't there, depending on the source.
Oh, right.
Anyway, it's rolling out to more people now. A proper loop button for mobile. The button was first spotted by Droid Maze several days ago, but it seemed to be a super limited test. It's rolling out to more people now, you can see what it looks like there. So it's actually hidden inside of the, well, not hidden, but it's inside of the menu that pops up for video quality and other features, as opposed to being buried via right click or whatever you have to do on Chrome. And this is in the app. So if you enjoy like a soundtrack, or you like a whatever, shout out Chilled Cow or something like this,
Yeah.
and you want to, you use the app, or you use mobile mostly to listen to it, now you can have it just continuously play and loop over. And this is also useful if you're really into a particular song at a moment, and it's a short song and you want it to just play over and over again. It's in there. And apparently not everybody has it, but it's rolling out to even more people. Yeah, here you go. It's curious that YouTube hadn't implemented it yet on mobile. Even on the web, it already exists. It's hidden under the right-click menu. So even on the web, they don't really want you to do it. Because
it's not in the
cog
menu.
Yeah, why wouldn't they put it there if they cared to have you use it? It's really interesting. I mean, they've got loop along with copy debug info and stats for nerds. Like it goes to show you how much they care about it. But really where it needs to be anyway is on the app, because that's where you're likely to be listening to music. That's where you're more likely to be utilizing the feature, at least for me.
Yes, I agree.
Which is the reason I was shocked when you're like, I'm looping over here. Are you looping? Well, you're looping. You're loopy.
All of the above.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Go on your mobile app. See if the feature's there for you. Hit the little cog and see what you see. We have a little bit of a leak here. Many people were asking about this. I think they were asking you about it in a chat. The WF-1000XM4 new Sony fully wireless earbuds. This video came out, which looks like an official Sony video, and it was posted. It's still up. They didn't even bother to take it down. So they're just like, all right, we're going to introduce it soon. Just let people get a little head start on it. They're pretty cool looking. They have these like metallic elements on the outside. They have a pretty nice design language going on with the XM stuff. Like the earbuds kind of feel like the over ears. There's like a similarity there. Now people are excited because they've been so dominant. They've delivered some really amazing products in the XM lineup. And now, of course, they're on XM4 as far as the premium earbuds go. I think this video leaked in, I'm trying to figure out what that language is. Is that Dutch or German? No, I think it's Dutch. Anyway. It looked like it was going to be a promo video for that particular market. And sure enough, here we are getting the full exposure, the case. You can see like even specs, 5-minute charge for 60 minutes of listening. I think there's more specs in here too.
It's like a spatial audio feature.
Yeah. So listen to this, industry leading noise cancellation. The earbuds will feature Sony's integrated V1 processor, new drivers for a fuller, richer sound, support for LDAC and high-res audio, and DSEE Extreme AI technology to reproduce frequency responses in the original sound source lost during compression. It's going to have speak-to-chat function to automatically pause playback when you start a conversation. This was the thing that the Samsung Buds were attempting to do. It was a little hit and miss in my experience. But it is a cool feature if it works. You just start talking and they pause. I love it. And of course, it also has Sony's adaptive sound control for adjusting ambient sound. So you can really fine tune external noises versus your music within the app. It's not just like a couple of settings. It's granular capabilities, which is kind of nice. We'll also have Google Assistant and Alexa support, wireless charging, IPX4 certification. And in total, with the charge case, 24 hours of playback with active noise canceling turned on. If you turn noise canceling off, you can get up to 36 hours of usage with the charge case. That's a lot. 36 hours. It's like a few days, Will.
It's impressive.
Of listening. Now, apparently, the previous iteration was $230. The expectation here is it'll be about $250. So it's not a cheap. It's going up against the likes of the AirPods Pro and things like that. It's not going to be an affordable one. It's going to be a premium one. Tesla's recalling nearly 6,000 cars. Got some loose bolts on there. You don't want that.
Oh.
You don't like those loose bolts. I got a story actually. One time I had my car get the tires changed, winter tires.
Yeah, Vin told me this story. Harrowing.
Wait, Vin told you that story? Was it him or me that experienced it? Or did he experience the same thing? Or he was telling my story?
He was telling your story.
Oh, yeah. So I had the tires changed, and it was at like a reputable place. And I don't know if this was many years ago, but I don't know if the individual got sidetracked that was working on it or what happened. But one of the tires was not very tight. Like the bolts, they had not been tightened very well. And I drove out and everything felt fine. But by the time I hit the main street, I realized something was really off because I was getting, I knew something was off. And so sure enough, I get out of the car and many of the lugs are actually just spewing about. And the thing was barely hanging on there. The tire was just the bolt, and it easily, if I had kept going, it's coming off. I'm crashing. Ugly sight.
Wouldn't it be a unbox therapy?
But anyway, that's not the manufacturer. Yeah, no, I don't think.
Been done.
I don't think I would. I don't think that one was going to take me out permanently. But that's not from the manufacturer. That was just a mishap. A one-off at a particular shop. I'm sure many people in the comments have had experiences like this. It was at that point I started driving trucks, and then I never worried about winter tires ever again. Just get a Ford Raptor and
just get one of those.
What do you mean winter? What? Just be done with winter tires.
Yeah, changing tires, like I do it myself. And it's you got to test it. You got to drive like
5K, well,
20K,
actually, after
just to test it.
After I had that experience, I'm just switching it myself the next time around.
Yeah.
Because it's doable. Just take the afternoon,
Yeah. It's easy, but you got to do the necessary steps. I guess.
Yeah. Have yourself an iced tea or something.
Is that what you do?
I don't know. I feel like if you're out there changing tires, if it's hot, maybe have have an iced tea maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good.
You don't drink those iced teas, do you?
I'm a fan.
Okay.
Yeah. Long Island or otherwise.
I went to Starbucks today, and the person on the microphone was like, he said something along the lines of, "Hi there, you reached the right guy for some coffee today," or something like that. Like they were just how they jazz it up.
Whoa.
You know how they jazz it up.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I knew I was getting an iced tea.
Yeah.
I just wanted something refreshing. I already had multiple coffees. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this iced tea right now. But what was weird is I felt the need afterwards because he had pitched the coffee. I was like, oh, damn, I got to.
He sold you on it.
Well, he didn't, but I was just like, okay, now I can't just order the tea. I had to put a little precursor is what I did. And I said, actually, you know what? It's not going to be a coffee for me today. I'm actually going to go for an iced tea.
So his energy, you try to match it.
It was just it was a thing.
I hear you. Yeah.
It was a thing like that. But anyway, the iced tea was beautiful.
Okay.
Big iced tea. And I don't even get the lemonade in it because they have a whole fancy lemonade situation where they're like, you want the lemonade in there?
Any pumps of sugar?
One.
Oh,
daring. In the venti size.
You're old.
In the venti size.
Yeah.
Is what I do.
Okay. 1
or 0 sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like it's just the simplest black tea with ice in it is really what it is. It's quite boring actually, but it's surprisingly refreshing.
Yes.
And so that's probably why I had it on my mind when I was like, I'm just picturing you switch the tires. I'm like, man, the guy needs a cold drink because it's been hot over there.
For sure, yeah. I'll take iced tea.
So I was just trying to take care of you, that's all. Anyway, in the case of Tesla, these loose bolts, I believe, are in a brake caliper, apparently affected vehicles 2019 to 2021 Model 3 vehicles and 2020 to 2021 Model Y vehicles. They want to replace, inspect, and or tighten the caliper bolts as necessary. The caliper bolts allow the brake caliper to separate and contact the wheel rim, which could cause a loss of tire pressure in very rare circumstances. The company said that in the unlikely event there is vehicle damage from a loose or missing fastener, it will arrange for a tow to the nearest service center for repair. But of course, they'd like to just get the recall done, get that sorted out and fixed up so you don't do any further damage. Now, speaking of Tesla, this next article is a video, comes from a guy that we featured here a long time ago by the name of Slav Popovsky. Do you remember him?
Yeah, he did those cool renders that are super realistic.
He does these crazy renders, Tesla-related renders, and he does real physics in there. So what he did this time around is he did an animation to showcase just how fast that new Roadster would be if it truly accelerated to 60 in 1.1 seconds with the SpaceX package. So
with the jet engine.
These things are already crazy, stupid fast. 2 seconds 0 to 60 is like, it's like,
takes your breath away.
Man, I put my dad in the Taycan Turbo S.
Sure.
With the launch control. Oh my God, that was probably easily the best passenger so far. He was just dead.
Hard to breathe.
Oh my God, he was like, enough. And before I picked him up, my sister was like, hey man, don't take it easy.
Yeah.
Take it easy on that. And I was like, but that's part of the most fun of having these type of cars that accelerate like that. Is you just take out a relative or something and you hit them with the acceleration and you don't announce it.
Right.
And they get swung in the back of the seat.
Yeah, it's a funny reaction every time.
I should have filmed that, man. That was ridiculous. I should have filmed that. Anyway, this is really cool. He used real calculations and he put the standard Tesla Roadster up against the SpaceX package to show you how much faster it actually is. And it's shocking. I mean, it's almost twice as fast. And you'll see in this animation. And look how cool these animations are.
Oh, yeah.
Look at it go. Boom. See you later. I got a jet boost. What about you? You got the regular Roadster? Who's going to want the regular Roadster after that? Nobody. Slowpoke. And then this represents the quarter mile that you don't even need car wow for the drag race. This guy can do it all in physics. I think
Yeah, they can make like a Mars background or something.
I think people want to see the real thing eventually, but this is good for now. This is great for now to be able to see this. And if the car on the left is pretty much as fast as the other, like the Plaid and everything else, then you just can't even imagine what that feeling is. There's a couple of G's in there. I'll tell you that. Shout out Slav Popovsky. Keep it up, man. These are cool. 0 to 60 in 1.1 seconds. Amazon is now on board with marijuana legalization. They will no longer, I didn't even know they did this, but they will no longer test their employees for, I guess they would do a urine test. I don't even know. When they interview you to check for illicit substances. Well, as you know, legalization has swept most of North America. There's a proposal right now for on the federal level, I believe, in the United States. The Marijuana Opportunity Reinvestment and Expungement Act of 2021 seeks to legalize marijuana at the federal level. Anyway, I think it's still on a state-by-state basis for the time being, but of course, Amazon does business in tremendous number of states, so it would be a bit odd if marijuana was legal and then they're piss testing you and they're like, yeah, you didn't get the job, or you're fired, or whatever it happens to be. Now, apparently there are still the usual restrictions for impairment. Like if you're trying to drive the truck and stuff, you can't be obviously impaired. But what you're doing it sits in your system for a while. So if on the weekend you were just hanging out around the house and then you got something funny to say, what do you got? Well, you want to disrupt me over here?
I'm sorry. It's just, remember that clip that we did yesterday about the screaming Amazon?
I had the same thought.
That's just in my head. Like when he's driving away and it's just like,
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry.
I had the exact same thought, actually. I was going to bring it up after I got through this.
Well, yeah, it was a very funny clip. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy.
Go look for it on later clips. It's hilarious. It's hard to believe, actually.
Hopefully, he feels better.
I think he feels better. He's got to have a laugh now at his clip going viral. I wonder if Amazon looks into that. Like, I mean, it's easy for them to figure out who it is, right? Because they would know the geography. Anyway, Amazon will no longer screen its job applicants for marijuana use in any positions not regulated by the Department of Transportation. Marijuana is still a classified substance at the federal level, but that may very well change quite soon. Amazon also said it's tweaking its worker productivity tracking tool. You know, they're trying to keep up with the times and getting criticized left, right, and center on employment stuff. But you just imagine a company at that scale and making decisions. Everything's massive and slow and
trickles down.
Oh, good Lord.
Efficiencies.
Speaking of big companies, maybe not as big as Amazon, but IKEA is pretty big. They've been doing the thing for a while, and they continue to stay relevant and create these collaborations. Recently, they had a collaboration with ROG on some gaming-related gear, desks and things like that, which I believe we talked about. It's just staying with the times, man. And this is another example of it. This actually leaked. Because they took it off the website. I don't think they made the announcement yet, but it looks like they teamed up with Sonos for a new frame speaker, whatever that means. The images that were part of the post when it was live on their website make it look kind of like a piece of art almost, which also happens to be a speaker. And I don't know. I'm kind of curious about what, like, they want you to hang this up or lean it against the wall and not have it actually as a feature instead of a speaker that you try to hide or something like that with these designs on it. It's like, it almost looks like a picture that you put on the wall. And of course, by teaming up with Sonos, it's going to be smart. You're going to have all your streaming stuff is going to be capable in there, all your whatever you use. I mean, if it's AirPlay or whatever it is, you're going to be capable of interacting in that way. They're calling it the Symfonisk picture frame with Wi-Fi speaker. It was listed at $199, even though it hasn't been announced, and the post is now down. The picture frame measures 22 inches high, 16 inches wide, and 2 inches deep. Customers can choose between various interchangeable fronts, so you can change the appearance of it. And the frame would be offered in either black or white finishes. Designed to blend into your home decor and not stick out as an obvious tech gadget. So it looks like a piece of art on the wall, stylish, but it's also your speaker. What do you think about this, Will?
Yeah, I do like it. Man, I wish they could hide the plug, but there's no way around that, right? Like in the wall or something. But yeah,
you could. I mean, it's, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Like when you mount a TV or something, you want to hide the cable. DIY. Yeah, you could do it. You can definitely do it. But if you get the white one and you happen to have a white wall, you're not gonna really see it that much.
Shadows.
All right, so put a hole in the wall.
Sure, yeah.
Feed it through. Call it a day.
Yeah, there's no way around it. It's a good idea, I would say. The frame.
I mean, your other option is to put the power outlet, since that's all you need. You can have the power outlet at the height of the speaker.
Yeah. There you go.
Like, just have it installed. Some people do that when they mount a TV as well. Anyway, it's been removed from the website. You're going to have to wait to see more details because I guess they didn't want it to be out yet. Google Assistant is getting a new look. And I think this is a key because you and I have talked on many occasions about how we believe that some component in the future, maybe even a major one, is going to be just voice-based interaction. We believe. I'm speaking on your behalf, and I'm acting like it's some kind of innovative belief. No, everyone knows this.
Yeah. Have you seen her? It's like that.
Man, someone
Yeah.
needs to make a meme out of that because that's been too many times now. It needs to be you, and it just says, "Have you seen her?"
Mhm.
Because 17 times now you've asked me to see a movie that I haven't seen and probably will never see because I don't see anything.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway, so one of the problems, you interact with Google Assistant, and maybe one of the ways you do this is in the car, because that's one of the times that I feel really compelled to use voice instead of any other input because you're driving.
Mm.
But one of the problems is that the interface is kind of designed for typical phone range, which, as you know, it's like right here. Well, in a car, you may have it over here. And so what they did is they got rid of the speech bubbles when you're interacting with Assistant. You see the little speech bubbles in the regular size text font, and they made it way bigger and bold. So now, and then the current interaction becomes the biggest one and highlighted. So it's kind of like accentuated.
Better contrast as well.
Way better contrast. So I'm a big Google Assistant guy, and I look at it now and I'm surprised that it wasn't always like that because of, it seems so obvious for a voice-based interaction to amplify all that stuff. But there's still a ways to go. And eventually if it's really good, then there's no need for the screen at all because of your trust level with interaction. And the feedback is rich.
Yeah. It's just like
There you go. Okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
All right. Is that who was?
It's just her responding.
Is that who her was? Her.
Yeah.
Her was Scarlett Johansson.
And you know what? There was no interview with her pre-movie launch, just to kind of let people get into the like ambiance of like her being an AI.
Oh, so she did no promotion.
She didn't do any promotions or interviews.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's a good move.
Yeah. Smart.
Maybe I should see this movie.
Yeah. You should.
All right, sticking with Google for a second. Here's a sneak peek inside their brand new store. There's no surprises here. They pretty much did exactly what you would expect them to do.
Oh, it's up already?
Well, I don't believe it's open to go in, but everything is set up inside.
Oh. I feel like we were talking about them making a store like
Well, the
couple
thing
weeks
thing
ago.
was it's on the ground floor of the building that they're already in. So maybe it's not that big of a deal. They go move a few things around. They're like, store. There you go. No, I'm sure it's a big deal. I'm just kidding. But anyway, through the windows, you can get a sense for the style of what they're going for. And it's, like I said, it's no surprise. You got the light wood color on many of the fixtures, which is very Google, very Apple, very tech, very San Francisco, whatever. I don't know what you would call it. And you can see the product layout. So I see one of those Nest hubs. I see all the phones laid out on a table, as well as the cases and other accessories prominently featured. Shelves full of accessories. Stadia is represented with the controllers and the phone. And so this is kind of your best look for the time being. There's a couple of stools in there. What's your takeaway? They got a theater in there as well. I think you have to scroll down a little further for that. You'll see that there's a big screen and some of those little cube chairs you can move around. Maybe they'll do presentations there. I think you got to scroll a bit further.
Yeah, they really have that like room environment. They want to make you feel at home or something.
There you go. That's the image I was talking about right there. So I guess they can have a meeting or presentation. I don't know if they want to do classes, how Apple does it. Everyone's trying to figure it out, but it does. I mean, if we're being honest here, which of course we are, it's the only way to do the show. It feels kind of Apple inspired to me, but I don't know how else you do retail. Like, what do you do in there?
Yeah.
You got to make it feel comfortable, and you got to make it has to be somewhat minimal because you're showcasing products at the end of the day. So, but it's pretty much exactly what you would have expected it to look like. That's how I would.
Yeah.
That's essentially how I would describe it.
It's really down to a science.
Yeah.
So
There's not too many risks involved over there. Oh, this next one, I got to give a shout out, Will. This company, Spira. So a while back, and you claim to know nothing about it, but a while back, this company sent us what at the time they were referring to as the greatest water gun of all time, period.
Water gun.
Yes.
Oh.
Water gun. And the box was sitting there for a little while, and I didn't know what it was. And we just get so many products. So I got to apologize to the company because I never saw it. But my kids got their hands on it, and this thing is cool. Actually, what we had was a kit with 2 of the original Spira guns in it. And this is a powered water gun, which you fill up from the front nozzle in any bucket or pool. It has a pump in it, and it fills up the entire chamber. Then you have this kind of like rapid fire, but it's powered. So there's no pumping, no nothing. Tat, 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 tat. Or you can hold the trigger and it will create like a super shot. So it will do 3 shots in one. It'll like, zzz, and you'll see the meter going down as it's filling up, and then you'll release, and it'll be like a mini hose for a second. So I gotta give a shout out. Go check out Spira because it never made it on Unbox Therapy, and it is actually as cool as they were saying it was in the Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
Now the Spira 1, it was it had the gauge on it, digital ammo gauge. It had a self-pressurizing tank and a battery that you charge over USB Type-C as well. And you can see how easy it is to fill. That's the biggest trouble with water guns.
Yes.
Is constantly filling it up. This one, you just poke it into any water source and blam, you're firing. Now, the Spira 2, now, by the way, it's not cheap. I should tell you this right now. The original one was $133. I think the new one is like $150. So it's not cheap, but it is a lot of fun. The new one is going to be, $159, and it will be an even bigger blast. It will shoot 46 feet, aiming at a 45-degree angle. And I'm telling you, Will, if I hit you with that in the leg, you're going to feel it. At a particular range, I'm going to pop.
Oh.
They're going to feel it. I might have to bring it in. That's the Spira 1, but they got this number 2 coming out.
Cool.
And they improved it, pretty much every aspect of it. So if you scroll down, you'll see a comparison chart from the first one to the second one. Actually, I think you went past it. It's up there a little bit more.
Yeah,
There
I
it
noticed that it had a digital gauge, percentage of the water inside.
Yes. So
That's kind of cool.
it will tell you how many blasts you have. Now, I noticed the capacity went down a little bit. So Spira 1 was 25 blasts. Spira 2 is 20 blasts. The priming speed, this is big, between shots goes down to 1.1 seconds from 1.5. The range goes up to 30 feet from 25, or with the boost mode, a maximum range of 46 from 40. So a 6-foot improvement. A faster refill, 12 seconds instead of 14. The blast size remains the same. The tank size goes down. That's why your blasts go down. I presume they did this because of weight. It's a pretty big device at the moment. The battery life also saw an improvement, so maybe they put some extra room in there for battery. And it's another thing you have to monitor. On a full charge, how many blasts do you get? And on the new one, it's up to 2,000 individual blasts from 1125. So they saw an improvement over there as well. It's going to cost $159. Man, with the summertime and the water fight, I don't know if you want to get it as a gift. I don't even know. They might be sold out right now. But my kids were having an absolute blast with the first one.
Nice.
So I just want to say thank you to them for sending that over, because maybe I'll bring it on this show actually as well.
Okay.
I'll snag one of them back and I'll bring it on this show and I'll show you.
All right.
And you can feel it. Let me know if it's powerful or not.
Shoot my leg.
Yeah, that's right. We have our latest viral TikTok sensation, which is now the mystery thing all over again. But you remember when the mystery thing was before, it was like, behind this wall is, I don't even know what's behind the wall in this house I live in.
Your rendition of this person here is quite hilarious.
Oh my God, you won't believe what I found. So the original one, somebody found a hole behind a mirror in the wall, and then they climbed through it, and they're like, "What is this in my apartment?" And then there's another version of it, which was like, "I bought this old house, and there's this boarded up room. Do I go up there? Stay tuned. Like this video, share this video to find out more." Yeah. There's so many little tricks and tools on TikTok that feel like things that happened on YouTube 1,000 years ago, and they're getting like repurposed.
Sure.
Like scary videos or prank videos. They got a whole new.
Yeah.
It's like they all happened and then they happen again for a new generation.
Yeah, new medium, new generation.
Like as
it's
if
like reborn.
Like Vine, every trick everybody pulled on Vine, and now it's on anyway. The new one is a girl who was in a hotel room and showcased a way in which people can break into hotel rooms.
Okay.
And shared a story about her own personal experience with this style of break-in. She was in the shower at the hotel. It has all your like spooky aspects to it. Maybe spooky is the wrong word because this is just like real humans, criminal behavior. You can play the clip.
Is there a song?
Probably. Isn't that how TikTok works?
Is she going to be talking though?
We don't need to hear it. You see the caption. So look at the hanger comes out. And apparently this is if you're on vacation or some people will do this activity to try to get into the room and just like pull down on. Now in her personal circumstance, she's in the shower, comes out in the towel, and there's two dudes there.
Oh.
That had used.
This happened for real?
Yeah.
Oh.
In her rendition. And she's sharing this video to encourage people to use the deadbolt lock at the hotel. You know, the one that's above, the more secure lock that obviously this trick wouldn't work for. Anyway, she says you gotta like stay tuned for part 2, and then
Of course.
It's always part 1, 2, 7, and then blow up. It seems that's the trick. You want the thing to go viral. You it's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And it's 7 different clips to tell a very short story.
Part 2 is usually like, oh my God, I can't believe it blew up, and thank you for your support.
Yeah,
now on to part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Part 3. Yeah.
Exactly. So, but in this case, people are doubting her and saying she's lying. It actually took a weird turn, but I suppose it's true. I guess people just didn't think that this would be possible. But of course, why wouldn't this be possible in a hotel? And the thing is, when you're out of the room, like let's say you're at a resort and you're at the beach or the pool or something, the deadbolt is not locked.
Right.
Or the chain lock or whatever you have is not locked. So that presumably this trick would work every time. Although maybe there's some smarter locks out there, electronic ones that are locked from both sides when the card. No, because then you could get locked in the room. Yeah, I guess that trick always works.
Yeah, I guess it does.
Anyway, the Hilton hotel that she referenced that she was staying in, Hilton, the company actually reached out to her.
Really?
As well. They're like, how you doing? What happened at this hotel? Because they want to get to the bottom. It would be criminal activity, right? Anyway, yeah. They got 12 million views. If you want to hit it big on TikTok, tell a scary or mysterious story over multiple uploads.
That's how you win TikTok.
Please do that. The Krispy Kreme story. Remember they were giving away free donuts? And you love this story.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Well, there's also a negative component to it. Because if you eat Krispy Kreme donuts every day, it's not good. And having the freedom to do so, that's, I'm just playing both sides. As I do sometimes.
Do you think one Krispy Kreme a day is really that bad? What if everything else you eat is crazy healthy and then you just have one Krispy Kreme a day?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's fine.
And then it's just broccoli after that for the rest of the day. Anyway, Krispy Kreme did this thing where they were trying to encourage people to get vaccinated, so they're giving away free donuts. And you kept asking me, are they still doing that? You kept asking me, how many?
Is it in Canada?
It is in Canada, and they are still doing it. Yeah. And the question you had every time was, wait, how many donuts?
Yeah, well, can you just go to another Krispy Kreme?
So they've given away 1.5 million donuts so far, and they're still going. They're still doing it, and they've upped the ante even further because they're having a day here. National Donut Day is Friday, so we're going to pick. We're going to have to pick some up or something. I don't know. You don't go past there anymore, so maybe it's not going to be Krispy Kreme. We have to get Tim Hortons donuts or something.
Sure.
It's not the same level. Tim Hortons step your game up, all right? Krispy Kreme, we all know what they're doing with those donuts is magic. We all know it. Anyway, it's National Donut Day on Friday. And so if you have your vaccine and you go in on Friday, now you're getting 2 free donuts instead of 1. It's that you double it up.
Right.
And if you don't have the vaccine and you just want 1 free donut, well, Friday's your day.
Oh.
So you get, because on National Donut Day, they're giving away free donuts. So Krispy Kreme, this must have been very beneficial for them. I'm guessing what ended up happening is their sales went up because people went in there for the free donut and they bought a coffee and they bought they bought some donuts for their family or whatever. It must have worked out because they're still talking about it and they're amping it up even further. It's been going on since March 22nd. Our fave day, your fave deal. Both will be back this National Donut Day, Friday, June 4th. Come in for a free donut of your choice. U.S. and Canada shops. Friday, 6/4 only, while supplies last. So you could pile that one up. Look at that image, right? Look at that picture. Stop it, man.
Yeah.
Wait, when they come across on the conveyor like that, with the icing, which is like fully encapsulates the donut.
They're plump.
Yeah, and they start to brown up and plump up a little bit as they float past. But there's something about that thin icing, though. You can still see the donut in there.
Uh-huh.
That glaze over there.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know if you understand, Will.
I do, thoroughly. It's great. It's a beautiful sight.
All right, so Donut Day on Friday. Okay, couple of YouTube trending related stories, audio, music. So we were talking yesterday about Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley, but almost it's funny because that fight got announced, and it's all very calculated with the timing and stuff. Yesterday we can talk about that, but really the more impending thing here is the Logan Paul fight, the Floyd fight. I didn't even realize how close it was.
Yeah, this Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yep.
So did they do enough promotion, or have I just? No, they didn't.
They didn't. No.
Because I'm feeling like I'm sure they're going to make plenty of money, but I can't help it because you know when McGregor and Mayweather fought.
Yes.
They did a world tour. I was there at where was it? Molson.
Budweiser Stadium?
Budweiser stage, whatever they call it.
Sure.
It's had so many names in the course of my life down there near the exhibition. Near Ontario Place. Anyway, you had McGregor and Mayweather. I was right there, the front row, when they were going back and forth. It was hilarious. But and that promotion may have been too big because I think they got pretty wiped out.
Traveling to different countries.
But man, it worked. They put a lot of money down that thing. But then again, so did the Jake Paul, Ben Askren. People are just bored right right now. People are looking for any content to wake them up. Seems worth watching or whatever. But you have a weird day. It's a Sunday, and it crept up. So that's why I was asking about. They only did the one real in-person thing that I can recall. But either way, whatever. They'll sell it. It doesn't matter. But we have a video on trending. This is from Logan Paul's main channel promoting the fight. This should help, because here you have 3.5 million views. Here you have number 9 on trending right now. And the question is, Will, and you're going to watch a little bit of this clip. You can just scroll forward maybe halfway. Does this look good to you? Are you impressed with this training? Or have you already seen this clip?
I saw the video here.
Okay.
I was more concentrating on the actual edit.
Interesting.
And that was good. I like the edit.
So,
but I mean, the training, this is all promo. It doesn't, it's not like a workout session.
there's no sparring, but he's hitting the bag.
Sure.
He's sweating.
Yeah.
He's never wearing a shirt
Yeah.
in the whole thing.
There's a lot of skipping and air punching.
Hey man.
No, nothing wrong with
Jeez.
that. Hitting the heavy bag too. It's a good promo video, I would say.
Well,
But-
no, because you kind of just said the opposite. You kind of were just like, well, there's no takeaway here. You're like, it was a nice
No.
edit, but
I'm hyped up.
you were
but
like, there's a lot of air punching.
I thought what you meant to say was like, to see his skills in action.
Well,
Like,
no,
I
actually-
don't see it in this video.
Where I was going was, did this video do anything for you as far as believing that he has any kind of chance? That was my question.
He has a puncher's chance.
Well,
But-
okay. So that's a way of saying no.
Yeah.
All right. I was just because really that's the goal here, right? If you want people to buy it, they have to believe he has a chance. Now, everybody and anybody has a chance.
Yeah.
So I hear you on that standpoint, but the goal of a clip like this is to convince people that anything can happen.
Right. Yeah.
But you're saying it didn't do it for you.
No.
Okay.
I was just concentrating on the edit.
Apparently, yeah. And the air punching.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's on trending. A lot of people watched it. So 260,000 thumbs up. I think they're going to sell a few of these things anyway. Whatever. They don't need Willie Doo's money. Although they might get it anyway. All right, last one of the day. And since I was on trending, looking around, the Logan Paul one was the easy one to pick. But then I bumped into this absolute gem right here.
Okay.
And this is my first exposure to Grupo Firme, Hablemos, official video. This is also on trending number 25. It's got like 1.1 million views. And this is a music group that I had not encountered previously. And this whole video and this whole song, and I don't like to say this, but I don't have another way to phrase it. It's a vibe. And I didn't want to say that because, it gets overused. But this made me feel a way. This put me at ease.
Did it really?
This gave me hope. It was an absolute, look at the outfit over here, Will. Just one time I want you to show up to this show with that shirt. Just one time with the lion and the flowers.
Oh, okay.
And every guy in this video it's a group of guys around. Just play a little bit. Play a little bit with the audio. Play a little bit with the audio, please. Tiny bit right here. Oh my goodness. He takes a drink. He's got the Michelob Ultra. Play a little bit more, Will. Yes. There's some kind of tuba in the background. They got a tuba and a full group of guys standing around the pool. And he's got this outfit over here. And he's feeling it emotionally. And they got a cooler full of Michelob Ultra. I hope they got a few dollars from that. But it is so casual. I feel like, I'm a fly on the wall. There's no walls out there because you're around the pool. But I feel like I could encounter such a thing and just fully become engulfed in the entire atmosphere. They've created an atmosphere.
So
here.
is
It's no
so is-
fancy effects or crazy type of music video. You know how music videos, it gets over the top and they try to make it as flashy as possible. There's no flash here. They set up. And the only thing that's flash is the outfit, but I feel like this guy can pull that outfit in real life. He might show up to the grocery store in that outfit. That's how comfy he looks in that outfit.
Are those Batman sandals?
I think it's probably some type of designer sandal, Will. How dare you?
Okay.
Fen-
It looks like the
fen-
bat.
Let
sign.
us hear a little bit of it, Will. Come on. We can hear like 20
Oh.
seconds, please. Come on, man. You got it. Oh, my goodness gracious. These people, you don't know. You got to play.
Yeah.
No, a little bit more, please. Yes. Yes. Okay, we got it. See, I just needed you to hear the voice, Will. And I don't know if we're gonna get the copyright on it, but this is
Very
I'm
soulful.
promoting a song, so don't give me the copyright on it. I'm saying every so often, for every TikTok, for every exposure that gives you just some sort of pit in your stomach, every click you wish you had back, every dark moment, every hole, every vortex, all those times you you find yourself at the end of an empty click, or worse than an empty click, a negative click, where you were like, is that what it is now? Is that where we're at now? Is that 2021 now? And then every so often,
There's a surprise.
you bump into a hablamos like this.
Yeah.
And I had a moment over there. I was sitting there reading the news, and I had a moment over there.
You close your eyes and felt the breeze.
You want to know what I did?
Huh.
I reached up to the keyboard where the volume was, and I tapped it twice to the upper direction.
Oh, that's rare.
So I just want to thank them for that, for putting
Okay.
together that entire mood right there. And I don't like to say it, vibe, mood, all these things. You better save that terminology when you need it.
Uh-huh.
Don't say that everything is that. Don't tell me that just like one lazy meme gets that same description as this right here, because what they put together over there, that's what deserves it.
Well, there it is.
You don't have a wild card, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, all right.
No. We good.
To trick people, shorts, like this is what YouTube is promoting lately. You can't escape the shorts takeover. And so I've been learning all about shorts content, Will, because I've been missing so much on this regular YouTube without shorts and TikTok on it. How did I manage to survive for so long without this level of content? Go ahead and play the video. 6 million views. Posted May 30th.
I should.
6 million views. May 30th. Are you happy? Are you happy with that?
No, I'm not. This
Isn't this what you signed
is
up
ridiculous.
for? Isn't this what you're here for? Is this okay? Hang on a second. I feel like this is meant to do what it's doing to us. Is it possible that it's meant to frustrate you? Like that cheese in on the joke, sort of? No? Okay.
I don't know how I feel about it because I use TikTok, and this is the same kind of content.
Let it all out, Will. Let it all out.
It's I don't know, man. I just feel like it's not all the content is meaningless, but I feel like a lot of this is just not really informative, inspirational. It's just is. I don't hate it. I don't like it. It just exists. That's what it is.
Wow,
I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest.
You're really holding nothing back here.
Yeah.
You're really laying it all on the line.
Um. I mean, congrats to her for a successful video. This is where you step in. What's your take on it?
I just don't
You
know.
start screaming.
I don't know. Isn't it inevitable that if we all gravitate towards the shorter the content, doesn't it have to become more meaningless? If we all get addicted to scrolling instead of paying attention, doesn't it inevitably become like, because like understanding takes time, right? Nutrition takes time. Like if you want the most nutritious meal, you can't just chuck something in the microwave.
No, but I feel like this is an introduction to like content that you wouldn't have seen. It's an introduction. You know?
What?
At least maybe not for this content.
But what I'm saying is that attention span is correlated with intelligent creatures. Intelligent creatures typically have greater attention. Why? Like, if we're all cognizant of the fact that we are intentionally limiting our attention to volume of pieces of content, how are we to not assume that there will be an effect? How are we not to assume that this isn't what will happen with content?
Maybe not all content.
But I'm saying in general, a movement towards. I mean, I was already feeling that way on YouTube prior to TikTok blowing up. Like,
Kind of like a shock factor.
well, it just doesn't have enough time. The content doesn't. Yeah, like the things that were happening pre-click psychology. When a person would look at a video, decide if they want to watch or not. How long retention on a particular video. What was available to select from, and the addictiveness of actually selecting videos versus actually watching videos. There is something very attractive. You feel like you're getting more for less.
Uh-huh. Yes.
But you might be getting less for more.
That's the wish or the dream.
That it's more for less, but is actually less for more. That you're getting less and providing more, because when you look up and you've been on TikTok for 3 hours, you don't even remember what happened.
Yes.
So you've actually provided more of your attention and you've retained less of the occurrence.
Uh-huh. I guess with TikTok, there are gems in there. It isn't just like fluff.
No, I know, but the thing you're addicted to is actually hunting for those.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're there forever.
Which is not healthy.
Yeah, you're just there forever, right?
Yes.
Click on one more. Let's go to the top right. It's another one of her videos, creepy videos in the making. Yeah, play that. There's probably music if it was on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh. So it's a girl sleeping on a pillow, and it's a vertical. And someone's pulling her hair.
All right. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, this one didn't do too well.
Well, but that's a weird thing. They get picked up by the new YouTube Shorts algorithm and then just explode. There was a clip that we talked about the other day, which was the Jeep logo getting cut out. I think it's at like 15 million views now. And it was uploaded days before, but like the Shorts thing just boosted. Look it up, just so I'm not crazy. Just put Jeep logo. That's it. Try that. Oh, God. Come on. Really? This is where I do Jeep steering wheel. I'm going to die. I'm dead. This is not possible.
What were we looking at?
It had a billion views. The guy takes the knife and cuts out the center of the steering wheel. It was on trending not even that long ago. Oh, God. Stop killing me. Wait a sec. What if everyone's on this ride now and there's no way out of it? We can't exit yet. We can't leave it here, man. This was just in trending. Why can't I remember the damn name of it? We need like the historical trending page.
How do you get to shorts?
You don't get to shorts. Shorts
Shorts get to me.
Shorts gets to you. That's right. Finally, you're getting the hang of this, Will.
Yeah, this whole internet thing.
You don't get to shorts. Short gets to you. Less is more, except when more is less. I just saw this thing still in trending. I need like the extended trending. Oh, recently trending. I may be in the right. I may be in the wheelhouse. Hold up. Don't go anywhere. Oh, no, I'm dead. I died. Anyway, so they'll just decide to push a particular shorts clip. They want the shorts crowd. They can't ignore it, man. People got addicted to TikTok. They can't ignore it. They want you addicted to YouTube Shorts, okay? So whatever. It's there, and we'll keep bringing that content to you when it hits the trending page. We'll make sure you don't miss a beat and you know exactly what's going on with the correct amount of time to process it, think about it, discuss it. Oh, you have an actual decent TikTok clip. That's your
Speaking of short videos,
this is your wild card.
you seem so out of it now.
I'm so upset about it all.
You seem defeated.
Yeah, I'm very upset about it.
Well,
I'm very upset about it. No, this is good. This got 40 million views. I guess this deserves 40 million views.
Woman pushes brown bear as it climbs over fence to save her dogs. So this was a TikTok clip, and this woman is a 17-year-old girl who defends her dogs from a pack of bears.
Well, one bear with her
bear
cubs, yeah.
and the cubs. And just let me play like a short bit.
Does it have music or no?
It has the Oh No song.
Oh, God, of course it does.
Yeah. But I mean,
So bear approaches and is up on a fence line. It does smack the one black dog. I mean, this woman has 78 dogs as well.
yeah, this happened in California, at a residence, just like a regular suburb. And the bear was just literally on the fence or a cement wall. And these dogs try to get at it. And it was just like a scramble of 4 or 5 dogs. And the bear took a swipe at one of the dogs. And that's when the girl comes in.
Oh, I thought there was another part where the dog. Oh, okay. Never mind. Yeah, the cubs go back to the tree.
The cubs, yeah, they run away, but the mama bear's still on the wall. And then this lady just like defends her dog by pushing the bear off the wall onto the other side. And then the bear, I guess, got spooked and just ran away.
It's interesting how the dogs just immediately go into attack mode, even those little ones. Like, it's a bear.
Yeah.
It's little tiny.
Yeah. I mean, this is I'm guessing this is a rare occasion,
Sure.
but just the fact that this video camera just got a perfect shot of everything.
Yeah, you're right. It covered the whole experience. It's a security camera, by the way.
Yeah.
You can see it's in landscape, not portrait. And the individual at the time wasn't thinking about the camera at all.
No.
She must have went in after rescuing the dogs from the bear and then been like, oh, I have a security camera. Let me go check for this amazing clip. I mean, the bear doesn't look like it's trying to damage anything. It looks like it's actually just trying to pass through, which is equally concerning that a bear and 2 cubs have found itself trying to scale this fence here. Like
in the suburbs.
we're in the broad daylight. Where are they trying to go? And likely the bear is just terrified in that situation with the cubs as well.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it was trying to kill the dogs, but I'm sure it would. I mean, it's a bear after all. But big time views, many, many millions of views. But then why doesn't this go on shorts and why isn't that on the... And then anyway.
Yeah.
Ah!
Yesterday, I asked you to write the graduation speech for the class of 2021, one sentence at a time. I've printed it out here and I have no idea what I'm about to read. Congratulations, and I'm sorry in advance. Hey besties, to the class of even more disappointment, 2021. We never thought we'd have a second Zoom graduation, but here we are. Thank you everyone for putting the effort in to put a shirt on today. Fellow toe-sucking connoisseurs, you survived something even more dangerous than COVID.
Hey Erica, what seems to be the problem there?
Trying to unstick my window so I can submit it. See, here's the testimony, and here's my testimony about supporting right to repair. And I can't submit it because my MacBook is broken. It just broke.
So let's take a look at this. All right. So I am not clicking it at all, and it's moving. Now if I click... All right, you know why this is happening to you, right? You know.
No.
Because let me show you how this would work on a proper machine. Watch this. See, we got...
I'm keenly aware of how
So this is a ThinkPad.
works.
Now watch this, check this out. I want to take this tab, I want to move it over. I can do this to resize it. And look at this, look, my mouse moves. I can move it, and then I let go.
Well,
I could do
move my
this,
mouse too.
and I could do this. Yeah, but I can let go of things. You know why? Right there. Right there, baby.
Okay,
See that?
let me try
See
it.
that? You want this, don't you?
No, I don't want it.
You don't want any?
No, I want to have my little... I just can't unstick it.
You are trying to write testimony on a right to repair bill against Apple while using an Apple product.
No,
Do you
I'm writing
realize why that's
testimony.
not going to work?
No,
The MacBook will sabotage you every step of the way.
Well, see, I shared my experience of how I had a broken iMac in my testimony, and well, now I guess I have a broken MacBook, but I can't write that in this
Yeah, why
testimony.
did it? Oh, hey, at least you backed it up, right? You backed it up, right?
What's back up?
Apple,
Oh,
Mac
I have
user.
I have a Dropbox. Oh, but it's not online right now. I think it's full. Oops.
MacBook user. Okay. So would you prefer to get the 7-pound ThinkPad or the 9-pound ThinkPad for your birthday this year? I could get the 17-inch one or the 15-inch one.
I would like to receive the 13-inch because this one is.
I'm going to be tossing that out the emergency seat of the plane when we get in. And I'm going to watch it fall to the ground and laugh.
No, no,
Yes.
no, no. This is why we need to support the right to repair.
All right.
Just to talk to them, it seems like they're completely out of touch. Speaking
This warehouse over by,
Lovely mods are already working hard at bringing in new players. New players. In the meantime, how are you guys enjoying your 420 day? What are we doing? Are we hanging out? Are we celebrating? Are we just vegging out? Like, what are you guys up to today? What are we
blazing it, smoking, jacking, differential calculus, eating tacos. It is a Taco Tuesday, isn't it? And that's actually quite nice that 420 landed on a Tuesday. Someone tweeted out, how crazy is it that 420 is on April 20th this year? And it made me laugh more than it should. I'm playing Smash, epic, rolling a fat, very nice. Cheese, Touche just subbed. Thank you, Cheese. Touche, and thank you for your subscription, getting us ever closer to that 1,000 sub goal. We recently hit 1,000 subs on Twitch a few days ago, and then you guys know how Twitch works. You know, those monthly subs have to roll in, and a lot of people don't, so it just dipped down at 800. So I'm constantly playing that Twitch catch-up. I also don't Twitch as much as I should, but this is my second day in a row, so it's fun. We have 3 contestants already, which is fucking epic. If you just missed it, we just finished a game. I lost. Panina won and had some lovely parting words for us. Panina won with a real answer in the last round. What's the Discord links? Great question, Victorian Cheese. Guys, if you ever want to check out my Discord and you're here on Twitch, all you have to do is type in the Twitch chat, ! Discord, and then a link pops up. You click the link and that's my Discord. We have a bunch of channels. It's not like we have one big, well, we do have like one big, channel, but we have a bunch of, channels there. We also have a sub-only channel. That's where you see the Rich Gang people come from. That's where you see the purple links. That's because they're Twitch subs, and only they have access to the sub-only Fam Squad chat channel on my Discord. So it's pretty epic. Oh, okay, interesting. We have a someone who's a trial mod. Okay, interesting. Okay, let me okay, guys, guess what? Get excited. We have players. We have players. And let me oh, look at that. It's actually already set up. Beautiful. And here they are. Here you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 4 lovely brand new players. We have Neon Core. Thank you, Mark the Simp. We have Neon Core. We have Curlimus. We have Pro Gamer Move. And we have V Pre Vrunch. Really interesting names here. And you have Jack Film. All right. So let's give some love to our players here. Who are you rooting for? Are you rooting for a Neon Core? Are you rooting for Curlimus? Are you rooting for Pro Gamer Move or Vpre Vrunch? Who are we rooting for here? Who are we rooting for? Let me know. Let me know who we want. Vpre says my heart is pounding. Lol. Can't relate. You know, I'm calm as a cucumber. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's pronounced V-Rock? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, anywho, I refuse to call you that. Gamers, rise up. I'm going to get a new question rolling up in here. And just so you all don't forget. Poo-poo. Poo-poo. Pee-pee poo-poo. There you go. It's really epic. Okay. We have a really good question for our players here. I hope you're all ready. Our first question begins right now. Say you have 100 million followers on Twitter. What's your next tweet? If you had 100 million followers on Twitter, what would your tweet be? What would your immediate next tweet be? Think about it. Think about it. I'm gonna get the poll set up. I'm gonna think about my answer. Gotta write down my answer. The old 100 million followers on Twitter question. What's your next tweet? This is really tricky. This is a really hard one. Oh, someone, I'm sorry. Curlimus wrote, mine is Curl Amos, not Curlimus. No, I'm calling you whatever I want. All right. That answer sucks. I hope no one votes for it. Okay. Our players are still submitting their answers. We're still thinking. Everyone's still thinking. And chat, get your voting fingers ready. You're about to see 5 answers from all 5 players to this question. Okay. This is a hard one, right? Yo, Jacob Rogers 13, thank you very much for your subscription. And thank you everyone for your patience. We have all 5 answers geared up and ready to go. We have all 5 answers geared up and ready to go. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, in no order, here are our 5 answers. And I'll refresh you all with the question in just a second. But first, get your voting fingers ready. I'm going to show you 5 answers. To vote for your favorite answer, and that's what you are voting for, your favorite answer of the bunch, I need you to type the corresponding number of that answer in the Twitch chat and press send. So if you can leave a comment in the Twitch chat, you can vote. It's that simple. You have 100 million followers on Twitter. What's your next tweet? What is your next tweet if you had 100 million followers on Twitter? Is it getting ready for the apology video in a bit, y'all? I'm tweeting nudes of my grandpa unless you send me 100 Bitcoin. I would like to proudly come out as a dream stan. Thank you all for supporting me. Thanks for 100 million followers, I guess, but it isn't 100 billion. Or drop kicking an orphan next video. Stay tuned. What is your favorite answer out of these? Out of this bunch? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? If you had 100 million followers on Twitter, what would your next tweet be? What's it going to be, ladies and gentlemen? First round of a new game. First round of a new game. I almost lost yesterday. I did this all yesterday, and I almost lost in the first round. It's a lot of fun. All right, our players are nervous in the chat. Pro Gamer Move is writing intense breathing time. And I'm gonna shame Curlimus. I'm gonna shame Curlimus a lot because they're like, hey, do I have to be watching the stream? I'm kind of busy and can't be on Twitch right now. Why the fuck did you join? I'm kind of rooting for Curlimus now. Hey, I'm actually super busy. I can't really do. Like, well, then why be like, pick me? I can't really be on Twitch though. Just incredible. Really, 300 IQ move there, Curlimus. All right, time's up. We have a whole mess of answers here. A whole lot of votes. We have 574 total votes. Drop kicking an orphan next video. Stay tuned. Got the most votes. The person who wrote the top answer for the first round of this game is Pro Gamer Move. Congratulations, Pro Gamer Move. You won this round. You're moving on along with 3 other people. Now, I gotta say, I almost lost this round. I'm the tweeting nudes of my grandpa unless you send Bitcoin. That was me. So I got second to last place. But I didn't lose. I move on. You know who's not moving on, though? The apology video one. The person who's not moving on is Vpre Vrunch. I'm so very sorry, Vpre Vrunch. You are not funnier than a YouTuber. I'm so sorry, Vpre Vrunch. I hope nothing for you. No, absolutely not. I'm really, really sorry. They're about to send their final words, and they're gonna be really emotional, you guys. Vpre Vrunch is typing. This should be good. This should be a real tearjerker. Okay, Vpre writes, that was a bad answer, to be honest, I will admit. But it was really cool, though, being here. Also, shout out to my Discord husband, Peter. He's the best. Stream Body by MTS. There you go. Thank you very much, Vpre. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you for playing. Mods, please execute Vpre Brunch. Thank you. I'm tired of looking at them and their stupid name. And there, thank you so much, mods. And then there were 3 players left plus me. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving on. I barely eked out. I barely eked out a victory. Not even a victory. I didn't die. I survived. But now it's down to Neon Core, Curlimus, who really shouldn't be here, Pro Gamer Move, who won that round, and me, your charming, lovely host, who's going on tour this November, Jack Film. Alrighty, here we go. Let me queue up the next question here. Players, what's your best pickup line? What is your best pickup line? Huh? I'll give you some time to think about it. What's your best pickup line? Oldie but a goodie. Some of our very best YI material came from this question and questions like it. What is your very best pickup line? Our chat is blowing up with some lovely answers. Curlimus writes, I'm watching the stream and listening to Jack's endless and unprovoked ridicule. Oh no, I think it's quite provoked. I think it's extremely deserved and well-earned and very provoked. I apologize for none of it. None of it at all. That's it, time's up. We have our answers. Just like that, we have our answers. It's awesome. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have all 4 answers from all 4 remaining players. Now the question, well, you know, you're about to see the question. Well, I'll say it. The question is, what's your best pickup line? We have 4 real doozies of pickup lines here. Now, Twitch audience, Twitch chat, I'm going to need your voting fingers. Remember, every vote counts. You've seen how close some of these votes are. All right? So every vote counts. Vote them if you got them. Here you are. What's your best pickup line? I beat Jax Films in the first round of Are You Funnier Than a YouTuber once. Hey, baby, did you know that in 3 states, kissing your sister is legal? Pucker up. My gamer tag is SisterLover69. How about we play some games later? Damn, girl, are you a chair? Because I can't stand you. Wait, shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and 1, 2, 3, or 4. Type the corresponding number. Or rather, type the number that corresponds to your favorite answer. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Right in the Twitch chat. Just type it in the Twitch chat, 1, 2, 3, 4, and press send. Which answer is your favorite? What's it gonna be? How are our players doing? Nathan's Name. Thank you for your subscription, Nathan's Name. Thank you all for your subscriptions. Thanks for tuning in today, by the way, guys. This is a little earlier than what I'm used to streaming this at. Just trying something new. Thank you, Dats Punny, for your subscription. I figured I may as well do this now since, I just uploaded a... Yeah, I hope you saw the Yai. I just uploaded a new Yai today. And I talked about what we're doing here on Twitch pretty frequently in it. Meme Buggles, thank you for your subscription. Yeah, that was a bad voice crack. Second puberty is the worst, and I'm going through it. It's been lasting about 10 years now. Virabot, for this, thank you very much for the sub. Alrighty. Oh, I guess I should go back to the polls. We have 570 votes. I'm going to end it in 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Jesse, for your subscription. Well, it wasn't even close. Far and away, the #1 answer was the, damn girl, you would share because I can't stand you. Wait, shit. That was written by a true villain. That was written by Neon Core. Congratulations, Neon Core. You win. You move on, along with 2 other people. Great answer. The person who is not moving on, the person who lost this round of Are You Funnier Than a YouTuber is Pro Gamer Move. I'm very sorry, Pro Gamer Move. You are not funnier than a YouTuber. It was very close. I almost lost again. Pro Gamer Move, get your last words ready. We're all crying for you. F's in the chat. The Great Pickle Lord is crying a river. I'm crying on the inside. That's a lie. I'm giddy as hell that you lost. Because it could have been me. Maybe it should have been me, but it wasn't. Thank you, Doug. Flew too high. Pro Gamer. But sorry, someone in the chat wrote flew too high. As they so often do. As they so often do. VDA Joey, thank you for your subscription. Yuka, thank you for your sub. Pro Gamer Move. There we go. Pro Gamer Move writes, this was the least favorite thing I have ever typed in my entire life. I am now currently laying in a ditch. Please come pick me up. And then you also have a YouTube video linked. Oh, it's just I'll spare you guys. It's Why Are You Gay? It's a YouTube video. Why are you gay? Good job, Pro Gamer Move. Thank you for playing. Well done. And they're gone. And they're gone. Thank you, GG. And then there were 3. It is down to Neon Core. Somehow still in the game, but really shouldn't be here, Curlimus and Jack Film. Let's fucking go. All right, you guys. let's get a new question going up in here right now. Oh, this is a great question. This is from my board game. This is I believe this is a question in my board game, which is, I hope it's shipping to Kickstarter backers in May. I think that's the latest update. And if you didn't get the Kickstarter, it will be on sale on Amazon, I believe, around the same time in May. Hopefully. I think that's the latest update. But anywho, this is from the board game. This is from the expansion pack. This is from the YouTube card pack. Oh no, it doesn't fit. Heard that before. Hold on. Let me, can I make you smaller? Yeah, hold on. There we go. Okay. Fill in the blank. Most people don't know that YouTube wasn't actually the website's original name. No, it's true. It used to be called blank. What did YouTube used to be called? Gamers, think about it. Okay, our players have the question. What did YouTube used to be called? Generational Gaming, thank you for your subscription. This is a tricky one, isn't it? What did YouTube used to be called? Give us a few more moments while we all come up with our answers, and I give them a little randomization. Thank you, Havinci. Time's up. Pencils down. Pencils down. We have our answers. Hold on, let me randomize them a little more. Okay, thank you for your patience, everyone. Now we're ready. Now we're fucking ready. We have 3 answers from 3 remaining people. Twitch chat. Oh, let me get rid of this. Are you ready? This is the penultimate round of this game. Let's go. So the question was, most people don't know that YouTube wasn't the website's original name. It used to be called what? Jack's Films and Shrek Fortnite Funnies Hub, pro gamers only. GoodTube, because Jack's Films wasn't on it for like a year. Or those Smosh guys will never separate. All right, gamers. 1, 2, or 3. What is your favorite answer? What did YouTube used to be called? 1, 2, or 3? Of 100, 500. The winner is those Smosh guys will never separate. And the person who wrote that answer, excuse me, it's me. I did it. I'm moving on to the final round. Fuck you. Apple cider is good. I agree. Thanks for the sub, by the way. Especially if it's alcoholic apple cider. You know what I'm saying? So the person who is not moving on with Jack's Films and Shrek Fortnite Funnies Hub, blah, blah, blah. That person. Oh no, it's Curlimus. Oh no, Curlimus, you're not funnier than a YouTuber. I'm so sorry, Curlimus. But it sounds like you do have more pressing matters at hand to attend to. You know? Since you're like, well, I can't really stay on Twitch. Oh, Curlimus. You make me laugh. Curlimus is preparing their final words. Meanwhile, Neon Core, I hope you're prepping your loins. I will destroy you fiercely in a pit of fire. Oh, a lot of people in the chat are saying, boo, it's rigged. It's not rigged. I just, I just still got it from time to time, and I'm very proud of that fact. We have final words from Curlimus. For serious, we have a serious answer and a sassy answer. Bread Hater 13, who hates bread? Thank you very much, though. For serious last words, I did not expect to make it this far, and I'm so proud of myself. I really shouldn't have been here, but I made it this far anyways. Honestly, seeing everyone cheering for me made me really happy, and this was a great experience. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. And you guys cheered them on. That's fucking cool. For a sassy answer, fuck you, Jack. You're very stinky, and I'll never die. I'll be back, and you'll fear the day that Curlimus ends you. I like that a lot. Whoa, what just happened with the lighting here? That's awesome. That is awesome. I like both of those answers a lot. Curlimus, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on, Curlimus, and I do hope you attend that thing you had to go to. This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the final round of this game of Are You Funnier Than a YouTuber? And if you're just tuning in, I am still in it. I lost the last game in the penultimate round. It was heartbreaking. I'm back with a vengeance, though. It's me versus Neon Core. Neon Core, are you ready? I don't care. I'm gonna queue up the next question, the final question. Let's go. Someone wrote, Jack, don't do this. What does that mean? Don't do what? Win? Sorry. I want to win. Okay.
So as most of you know, Rust has been an early So as most of you know, Rust has been an early
Let's do this one.
So as most of you know, Rust has
Okay. I'm queuing up our last question. Neon Core has the question. You guys do not yet. I'm fixing that right now. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, the final question is complete the poem. Roses are red, violets are scary. Roses are red, violets are scary. Finish the poem. Complete the poem. You don't have to rhyme. It is encouraged, but so is thinking outside the box. I will give our two players, myself and Neon Core, a little bit of time to think about it. This is really hard. What rhymes with scary? A lot of things. Well, not a lot of things, actually. Let's play it again. Sorry. We both need some time to think about this. We're getting there. Finish the poem. Roses are red, violets are scary. Gamers, I need you to wake up. I need you to rise up. It's time for the final vote of the game. I'm talking to you, Change in the House of in the House Off Lies. I'm talking to all of you gamers. This is it. This is the final round. Roses are red. Violets are scary. I'm in love with your elbows. When can we marry? Or roses are red, violets are scary. The weather is hot, and Jack's chest is hairy. Gamers, vote now, 1 or 2. What's it going to be? This is the most important vote of the game. To Neon Core, I wish you a moderate amount of luck, but not too much luck. Get those votes in, gamers. We have about 330 votes. To vote, all you have to do is type the number 1 or 2 in the Twitch chat and press send. Remember, if you can comment, if you can leave a comment, you can vote. We have 468 votes. I think some people in the chat are trying to figure out who said one, or who said what, I mean, sorry. They're trying to figure out who said what. They're trying to play that mind game. Just vote for the favorite, just vote for your favorite. That's all you gotta do. We have 555 votes. I am going to end it in just a few seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. We have nearly 600 votes. After 600 votes came in. Oh, look at that. 69%. Haha, blaze it. Roses are red, violets are scary. I'm in love with your elbows. When can we marry? Neon Core. You are officially not funnier than a YouTuber. Cause I fucking won the game, baby. Oh, incredible. Still got it. Oh, USA forever. Let's fucking go. Neon Core, please write your final words while I I say my final words. I'm the best. I'm the greatest. Why did you ever think you stood a chance against me? The audacity of these bitches. Thinking I would lose. You know, it just confuses me. I am the greatest. I know I said it, but it warrants repeating. And yeah, USA. Damn, that was fun. That was very, very fun. Wow, nice. Speedbish wrote one of my favorite Yai answers in the chat. Well, you still got it, Dad. I think that's from the worst things to say after sex, Yai. Yeah, I think so. That's awesome. That's awesome. Neon Core is writing their final words. Hold on, Chip. Don't worry. Daddy won. Chipwitch is crying. I'll show you guys Chip after this. Hold on, sweetheart. Oh, she might be hungry. Best Yai was, what's your angry word? Should we do that again? Please never say daddy again. No, fuck you. Just for that, I'm going to say it as much as I want. Neon Core is still prepping their final words. They're going to be real sad. Sly Dog writes in the chat, this really censors my hentai. You know, can I tell you guys? I want to do a, while we're waiting for Neon Core's final words, I want to tell you a Yai I want to do. And mods, listen up. I want to do a Yai where I don't know the answers beforehand. Because literally every single Yai I do, I collect your answers, right? And then I put them in order and I read them out loud. I've seen all your answers before because I picked them. Well, I want to do a blind Yai. And where I don't know what the fucking I don't know what the answers are. And I have people pick them out ahead of time for me, and I'm reading them on camera, blind, live for the first time. And I want to turn it into like a you laugh, you lose kind of thing, where the video ends when I laugh. I think that could be a lot of fun. I definitely want to do blind Yai. Blind Yai. Hold on, Chipwitch. Lie down, please. A lot of barking dogs here. Neon Core, we need some final words from you. Quit editing your essay. We have very impatient dogs to feed. Oh, here we go. This is from Neon Core. Well, I'm devastated. But seriously, this was super fun. Never thought I'd get this far. Thank you, everyone, for believing in me. And I'm sorry to let you down. Neon Core lives forever. One day I'll kick your ass, Jack. But until then, thanks for this experience. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which is Neon Core. The O's are zeros, just so you guys know. Neon Core and the O's are zeros. Hey, I got this far. I think I deserve to shout myself out. I agree. You know what? Absolutely. Congratulations, Neon Core, for making it this far. You're the first runner-up, and that definitely counts for something. Thank you all so very much. Let's get the slide whistles. Some more slide whistles, and thank you all so very much. Thus ends another successful game of Are You Funnier Than a YouTuber? Let me get my dog because she's being very needy right now. Chip, hold on. What's up? Come here, baby. Come here, baby girl. Yeah, good girl. Chip, say hi. Chip, say hi. This is Chipwitch. She's the smallest of the three dogs by a lot. She's really half the size of Klondike and Sunday. What are you doing? Chipwitch! Okay, she's being... Okay, I think she has to go to the bathroom, which means smallest of the three dogs by a lot. Chip, say hi. Chip, say hi. This is Chipwitch. She's the smallest of the three dogs by a lot. She's really half the size of Klondike and Sunday. What are you doing? Chipwitch! Okay, she's being... Okay, I think she has to go to the bathroom, which means we gotta end this stream. Guys, okay, just lie down, just chill. Don't pee on me. Good girl. Thank you guys so much. We're gonna do this again real soon. I kind of want to get back to like a near daily frequency for this, because we can do that now. And I'm very, very exciting. I'm very exciting. Sorry, someone wrote balding in the chat, so I read the ing. I meant to say I'm very excited, so it came out as I'm very exciting. No, I'm very excited to continue doing this. And who knows, maybe I'll put some of these up on YouTube like I did last summer. You know, that could be fun. But anywho, in the meantime, go watch today's EI. It's on YouTube. I'm going to work on some future EIs like that blind one. I really want to do mods. Listen up. I would love your help with that. And yeah, yo mama's so big fat that she didn't was a McDonald's Big Mac, you know? Someone in the chat wrote that. I had to say that. Remember YGS 100? Good shit. All right, let's raid. Let's raid some bullshit. What do we got?
We're talking. We just got in a minor vehicle accident.
God damn! You might kill somebody.
Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is a bit of a discount budget vacation for me. I visited my friend Jessa. We got some stuff to talk about for the new organization, but I also just kind of wanted to see what her shop looks like. She moved out of using this corner of her house to a really beautiful, amazing store, and I wanted to come out and see it. We used to teach together back in 2015, and she's also a good personal friend. And she has a data recovery and an iPhone, iPad repair business, and she has this kind of small, you know, not super fancy house over here, but it has, in this area, it's really secluded. It has a little back deck over here that's right on a lake, and it is absolutely beautiful. So check this out. Look at this. This is gorgeous. This is the complete and utter opposite of where I live right now. Like, you just go out here and it's very peaceful, serene feeling. So I wanted to discuss a little bit of what right to repair means to me here, since this topic is getting more and more popular, more and more people on YouTube, more newspapers, and people are discussing it, and kind of tie it into a video that I did recently and a lot of the comments on it. So I'm going to just put this down over here. I'm going to put my little stand for my camera down and give you all a nice, serene, happy view. So I remember about 13 years ago now, 13 years ago, needing to get something fixed, and I wound up doing it myself. And someone I knew said, you should call up some of these places and see what they charge. And I said, no, I know, it's right in their website. And he goes, no, actually call them and you'll see, or show up and you'll see that they give you a different answer. And what I found really interesting is, what I love about this business is the low barrier to entry and the feeling of productivity. So, you know, the part that I needed was about $58 to $90. The places I called all wanted $300 to $500 to fix it. Some wanted $8. It was a simple job. It wasn't, you know, a really complex thing. And in the last video that I did, where I showed you that there was a small restaurant place that said, you know, can't find anybody to work, sorry, we're closed, which is something that's happening a lot more often now, there was a bit of arguing in the comments between two subsections of people with two separate, I imagine, political, social, and economic ideologies. On one side, you had a lot of people who were saying, well, you should just pay more. You shouldn't be in business if you can't pay more. If the government is giving, you know, you over $2,000 a month to not work, and you have to be able to compete with that, and you can't compete with that, then that means that your business sucks and you shouldn't exist and blah, blah. And the other side is saying, you know, you're all a bunch of lazy communists that don't want to work. Why don't you start a business and figure it out? And, you know, it's interesting to read the back and forth here. And, you know, again, there's that whole case of ideologies having people rather than people having ideas. And when it comes to a restaurant, your average person who's poor is not going to be able to start their own restaurant. So obviously it's one of those things, I said, why don't you just start your own business and do it yourself? If you're broke, you want to start a restaurant in New York City, that's going to cost like over $50,000. You obviously can't do that. And you get the point that people are making there, which is that if once you're done paying all those fees, paying to set up everything, getting the loans in order to set up your kitchen and build the place out and pay the insane rents here and pay for all the insurance and pay for all the fines you're going to get for all the, all that other stuff. There's not going to be, $30 to $50 an hour left over for the people that are doing the work. And fine, point, set, match. But what I love about this business, I love about the repair business, is that you don't actually really have to have much money to put that into reality. The idea that I am going to show you, if I think I can do a better job, then you don't need to have $50,000 in capital or $150K like you would to start a restaurant in an area like New York City. If you have a $58 part, a $10 set of screwdrivers, and the ability to post an ad on Craigslist or Backpage, shows how old I am, Kijiji, because some of these aren't even around anymore, or just go over to your local pizzeria, your local mall, and start handing out business cards, go to the stores that you frequent and ask if you can hang a pull tab sign outside, you can get started. The low barrier to entry in the repair business is something that really does allow you to say, if you see that somebody else isn't paying people well or is charging what you believe too much, do something easy. Unlike those comments in the comments where it's like, then just start your own restaurant if you can do better. Again, maybe you can do better, but you don't have $50,000 or $150,000 lying around. With this, you actually can indeed try and then do better. If they're offering that repair service and you think it's really easy and the parts are cheap, then you can buy that $58 part. You can buy the $10 set of screwdrivers, and you can tell the person, listen, I know that I don't have the trustworthiness of an established business, so how about this? I will come to you and do the repair on the spot. Or you can come to me, you can watch me do this in my front yard or my backyard or my apartment or whatever, and you can not allow the device to leave your site. You can watch everything that I do, and it'll be done. And then when you're done doing that work, this is the way I used to do it. I used to meet people in Herald Square Park back in the day when I was broke and didn't have an office. And then you say at the end of it, once you show it to them, before you take payment, and you say, what do you think of this? Does everything look good? Is it up to your standards? They go, wow, this is great. And you say, okay, that's going to be $160. Now, what do the other place want to charge you? $800. Here's the thing. Nobody knows who I am. And because nobody knows who I am, they are going to get to keep charging $800, taking a week longer to do the work. Whereas if more people knew this, then maybe there's somebody out there that would actually pay $800 because they didn't know any better. I have one humble favor for you, since we charged you 15% what everybody else charged. Can you let as many people as possible know that this exists? Like, yeah, absolutely, man, thank you so much. And they shake your hand and they write a review everywhere. And then you're able to go from being broke in a park, having a business. What I love about this business more than anything else is that when you hear people that tend to be more on the conservative side of the spectrum say, if you think you can do better, then go out there in the market and do it, is that you can. And you don't need to get a large business loan. You don't need to have $50,000 to $150,000 lying around. You don't need to have a fancy schmancy degree. You don't have to have a master's or PhD. And that is one of the things that makes repair beautiful to me, is that it takes that saying that many people have. If you think you can do better, then go out there and do it. And you don't have to have an incredible amount of resources available. You don't have to have rich parents. You don't have to have a giant inheritance. You don't have to have a large business loan to make it happen. You can do you in this business, even with the work that I do on my YouTube channel. Even though I have 600 or 700 board repair videos here, I got some fancy equipment. But you could also use, I'm not saying I'd want to, but you could use, crappy magnifying glass with a little tripod stand for it on your desk. You could use a TS100 soldering iron that you buy on eBay, $50, $80 used, and you could buy a couple of tips for it. I'm not saying that's my preference, but you could. There's a dude that 3D prints the little rubberized grip so it kind of feels like the Hakko you could put around it. You could use an old laptop charger with it. Not saying I'd want to use a $140 IOE soldering station for very long, but you could if you couldn't afford to, move up to an Atten or a Quick for an extra $100, $200. Under $1,000, you can get a pretty nice setup where you buy the chips you need, stuff that it's not going to be the perfect setup, but it's going to be a nice setup. $500 to $1,000 to be able to do the more advanced repairs in this industry. Okay, you save a month's rent. You got to sleep on your friend's couch for a month or two. And maybe clean up stuff around his place so that you can earn your keep. But it's not that $50,000, $150,000, $1 million barrier to entry like you have with so many other fields. And I love that about this field. I really do. And I love meeting people that manage to go from having a really garbage job to doing this and making considerably good money for themselves. And the best part of it all is that it's not one of those rags to riches stories via, some sort of multi-level marketing scheme or something like that. It's not like you're going from not having money to having money because you were at some crappy health insurance company, some scammy insurance company that is selling a subpar service at a low price and then screwing people because of the fine print. Like, I remember going to work for this insurance company 13 years ago. It was horrible. For those of you who don't know, I used to be certified to sell health insurance. I got licensed and everything. I could sell health insurance in New York. Probably not now. I never renewed it, never went back. I quit the job after 45 minutes of what they were asking me to do. But they had this entire sales pitch that they walked you through where they explains that here are all the things that probably led you here. Here's why you're willing to sit here and listen to all these training hearings and why, here's all the things you probably did in your life that were wrong. And because of that, we are going to reshape you in our image. It was such a cult-like experience. And then you are going to be salesmen for this company, and you're going to be proud salesmen for this company, and you are going to sell people this stuff. The way he explained it is, if you may feel ashamed selling this. If there was a $100 bill and you were just walking up to someone and giving it to them, and they said, "No, I don't want that," would you feel ashamed? No, you wouldn't feel ashamed at all because you're giving them $100. That's what it's like every day that you sell our garbage, shitty-ass insurance. It was such a scam. And what I love about this business is it's not like you're going from working as a stock person at Walmart for $11 an hour to making a living by selling people shit or by scamming them. You're getting there by taking something that would have gone into a landfill, that would have been tossed in a river or an ocean, that would have, gone to some scrap pile in Africa where it gets set on fire in the name of e-waste recycling. You'd be surprised how many places do that. And you are making it work again so that it can go back into the world. You're taking you're taking a resource that otherwise would have been tossed out into the garbage, and you are making it useful again for somebody who most likely is somebody who could not have afforded to purchase a new one. So not only are you helping someone else save money, not only are you helping someone else lower their stress level, not only are you making money, but you're making money by taking something that would have otherwise been in the garbage and making it work again. Even if you weren't making money at it, I'm not saying you shouldn't make money at it, but even if you weren't making money doing what you were doing, you could still have a kick in your step. You could still have a little bit of pride that this was going to be tossed in the garbage. This that human resources went into, Earth's resources went into, engineering resources went into. Someone put time and effort to build this shit, and now it's dead, but now it works again because of me. Because I was able to figure out what was wrong with it. Because with my two hands and my brain, I was able to figure out what was going on, and I solved the puzzle, and solving the puzzle turned this into something that can do something again, can move again, can drive again, can make computations or encode video again. That's cool, even if you're not making money. And when you add to it the opportunity to make a living wage without having to graduate high school, that's pretty effing cool. And that's one of the things that really makes me passionate about Right to Repair. That's one of the things that makes me excited when I was doing those 500 or 600 board repair videos instead of focusing on other stuff at my business or having a life. It's that I really enjoy watching other people follow that path to success. And I really like seeing the look on their face when they realize that same kind of feeling that I realize, which is, wait a second, I don't have to work at Modell Sporting Goods anymore. I could take this name tag off. I don't have to make $6 an hour to put prices on basketballs anymore. I could do something else. And, someone will say, well, if you think you could run a sporting goods store better, why don't you open your own sporting goods store? Okay, again, point taken. But at the same time, starting a sporting goods store, probably going to be a few $100,000. You probably don't have that when you're 16 or 17. But you know what you can have as a teenager? A few $100 to start a repair business like this one. It's not that difficult. You want to repair rocket ships? Maybe we're talking about something else. But for a lot of the consumer electronics, a lot of the stuff that we go over on this channel, it's not that. You're not looking at spending that much money. And that's beautiful. Now, one of the points that I see brought up by people is that this is all about greed. And this video will confirm that Right to Repair is not a movement that cares about the environment or people. That it's about the money. It's all about the money. It's always been about the money. And that's why you must vote this down. And one of the things that I find interesting here is how people really always seem to accuse you of stuff that they're doing. So, you're able to make $200 or $300 by taking something that's dead. Whoa, that's a giant wasp. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm a city guy. That scares the piss out of me. It's a giant wasp. Holy. Able to make $200 or $300 by taking something that's dead. Whoa, that's a giant wasp. Holy shit. Yeah, I'm a city guy. That scares the piss out of me. I wish I could have showed you that. Oh my god, this thing is huge. Let's see if I can get that on camera. Scary! Look at that thing! Oh my god, that thing could probably eat Oreo. Jesus Christ! Look at him! Anyway, we're gonna stay away from that thing. Oh. So, one of the things that's really nice is when people kind of accuse you of what they themselves are doing. Very common thing to happen. So, we would like Right to Repair so that we can take something that is dead and return it to someone for a few $100s and scalp off a few $100 for ourselves for the service that we provided. You don't want Right to Repair because you want that device to remain in a landfill when a $5 chip has died on it. And the only option that you want the customer to have for that to work again is to spend $1,500 with you. Now, if this was not about if this were something where the manufacturer had no financial interest in what we're discussing, maybe they'd be doing that repair for free. I'm not saying they should. People should get paid for their work. But why do we have to respond to that when someone says, "Well, this is about the money. Wouldn't you make more money if this gets passed?" Okay, let's flip it around. Why is the manufacturer going out of their way to tell a chip manufacturer, "Don't sell this $5 chip to anybody if they ask"? Why? What is their financial interest? Our financial interest is charge a few $100s to make something work again for a customer. Their financial interest is we get $1,500 if the customer gets it fixed with us, or $2,000 if they give up and decide to buy a new one. That's a financial interest that's about 4 to 10 times higher than our own. And further, I think it's important to remember the advice I had in an older video, which is just don't accept the premise of assholes. Don't accept the premise of assholes. So you are saying that other people care about money, that they care about money. You seem really concerned when people try to make money. So show me how many audits you've done of your company's own internal repair practices to figure out how often they're economically viable. Now, of course, you don't have that, because you never have done that, because you don't care if they're economically viable. Because if they're not, oh well, they'll just get another one. So that's what makes me passionate about this as a job. And that's something that I don't really think is something that we should shy away from when people ask, like, do you make money if this passes? Absolutely. Benefits me. Of course. And I've had people say, this benefits you. That's evil that you're advocating for something that benefits you. You're biased. I mean, people that advocate for legislation that would decrease pollution where they live, I mean, you know, it benefits other people. It benefits their neighbors if they get to drink clean water. But it also benefits you, does it not? Does it not? The things that would benefit myself also just so happen to benefit others as well. If the only option is $1,500 or buy a new one, and we are able to offer $100 or $200 or $300 or $400 or $500 or $75 to get it fixed, a customer benefits because they've paid less money. A repair person benefits because they now have a job other than working for Walmart or Bezos or gas station. Customer benefits because they save money. And the environment benefits because that item, now that costs 1/4 to 1/10 as much to fix, is less likely to end up getting tossed into this lake. Just something to think about. Just something to think about. It's a really cool looking vacation spot. This was my discount cheapskate vacation, and it looks really nice. This place is absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. I mean, compared to where I stay, like, this is just, you know, I don't have a side of a house, back of a house, front of a house. It's just brick, 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 falling apart, brick, like, you know, falling apart 100-year-old brick shit houses and concrete. This is really cool. I think I'd lose my mind if I stayed up here for too long. I would like to have some sort of mix, you know, if I were to move someplace. Something in between a city and the middle of absolute nowhere like this, where you have like one grocery store for the entire town, and you're on a lake. But I gotta say, this looks cool. This looks cool. Well, you know, you could have a boat. I could teach Oreo the cat how to swim. Inspired to introduce it after seeing laptop shortages in the high school where she teaches English. Even though a technician at her school is certified, Torres said he's unable to get sufficient parts to fix Chromebooks. And this is a thing that most people, they really don't get. A lot of people don't understand this, that you can be certified by the manufacturer. You could take all their tests, jump through all their hoops, and at the end of the day, still not be able to get access to anything. You know, people have often asked of me, Lewis, why don't you just get certified? Why don't you stop complaining and get certified so you can get the chips that you want? None of the things that I use in my videos, 0% of what I use in order to do my job is something that I would get access to if I was certified. I'm not going to get access to a schematic. I'm not going to get access to a board view. I'm not going to get access to any sort of tool to pair a new T2 chip to an SSD if a T2 chip dies. I'm not going to get access to chipsets, anything. None of it. Zero. So I think it is important, and I think it's cool that politicians are starting to see that that's the case. You can be completely certified. You can work at a school district, you know, fully official and everything, not someone that is just, you know, jackass like me in his gray t-shirt fixing stuff out of his shop who barely graduated high school. You can be certified and everything and still get access to nothing. And I think that's something that more people are waking up to now. Nevada has only 2 official Apple stores, which Torres said means many residents must drive long distances for cracked screens or busted devices. Within weeks of introducing her bill, Torres saw a tech lobbyist she didn't know wandering around the state building. They made similar arguments to those in Washington and Colorado. Nevada's negotiations, however, were colored with a proposal from the governor called Innovation Zones to lure tech companies to the state by granting them powers of local governments. Torres' bill didn't make it out of committee. Watching the tech industry operate, she saw a clear, familiar corollary. I'm sure that casinos back in the day didn't want to be regulated either, she said. Like the Tone and Gregerson, Torres said she plans to reintroduce a similar bill in the future. Until repair laws change, Justin Millman must keep up his daily routine. Each morning, he scours 25 different websites for available motherboards on a particular Chromebook model. Over a dozen manufacturers make Google's cheap laptop, but the model from Acer Inc. is popular in Long Island. He spends about $40,000 a month on new Chromebooks just so he can pull out their motherboards for students that need fixes. Millman's attempts to contact the Taiwanese manufacturer about the component haven't worked. By the way, you know who winds up paying more money for this type of stuff when the company restricts repair? The school. Because the repair company has to charge more because they're not able to get access to the specific part without scavenging. So the repair company charges more. The school then has to pay more for the repair. The resident then has to pay more in property tax. This eventually does really trickle down to you in the form of higher prices and higher taxes so that Microsoft or Apple or Google or Amazon can make more money. He faces a similar problem with Apple. The company has an independent repair provider program, which allows businesses to fix out-of-warranty devices. Millman is not a member, but even members are unable to get iPad screens, a frequent repair need from school kids. Around 10 to 15% of a district's devices end up needing repairs during a typical school year, according to Millman. One Long Island district he works with has over 13,000 iPads in circulation. He estimates that they have around $130,000 a year in repair costs. If the district had to replace all the broken iPads rather than fix them, that cost jumps up $250,000. That's why Apple doesn't answer my emails, Millman said. For them, it's just dollars and cents. They don't think about the person on the other side of the iPad. Honestly, I agree, but I'm also happy to see that this is getting more pickup all around. You know, again, I'm seeing articles in all sorts of major outlets. I'm seeing videos from all sorts of major content creators, and I'm seeing a lot of people that just really had no idea what this is, expressing curiosity about what right to repair is. And, you know, I'm happy to see that, and I'm happy to see that Justin made it into the news. He deserves it. He's a good dude. He does really hard work. He's up all hours of the day and night to get stuff done, and I'm happy to have him on the board of Repair Preservation Group, and I hope we're able to accomplish some good things together. So that's it for today, and as always, we hope you learned something. By we, I mean me and BlackBerry. Or I should say BlackBerry and I. BlackBerry and I, so my grammar is correct. Is it BlackBerry? BlackBerry? She's very camera shy. She's not like Clinton. Clinton runs to the camera, looks at it, meows. BlackBerry is just kind of very nonchalant. She just wants to sit here, bite my microphone. She's a simple cat. Very simple cat. That's it for today, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now. Oh, lastly, I almost forgot something. Almost forgot. So I've been working on this wiki project for a while, and I'm going to include a link to a Discord down below for anybody who wants to join and discuss. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to create these kind of solutions guides that increasingly, we don't own tech. Like beer, we only rent it. It's time companies stop perpetuating the illusion that consumers buy their products and can do what they want with them. Message me on Parler if you disagree. When you buy a book on Kindle or a video on Amazon, you don't really own it. At any time, according to Amazon, it may become unavailable. Amazon lawyers note that their terms of use expressly state that purchasers only obtain a limited license to view video content. In other words, you're renting it. So why use the word purchasers? Good question. Apple is being sued for terminating access to movies purchased on iTunes. A federal judge in Sacramento wrote last month that in common usage, the term buy means to acquire possession over something. It seems plausible, at least at the moment to this stage, that reasonable consumers would expect their access couldn't be revoked. Agreed. Apple and Epic are fighting over in-app payments. Epic tired of paying 30% of its iPhone revenue to Apple and tried to use its own payment system for purchases of V-Bucks inside its popular Fortnite video game. Apple then tossed the game from its App Store, the only App Store on the iPhone, with claims that Apple's fees are needed for privacy and security. It's sort of like requiring your Ford's payment system at a McDonald's drive-thru. One analyst, an expert witness for Epic, estimated that Apple's margins in 2019 from the App Store were 78% versus 24% across the entire company. Apple disputes this. I'd guess higher. And if Apple can toss Fortnite, who really owns that game, a phone that you bought? The European Union is suing Apple over a similar spot with Spotify and in-app purchases. On Facebook, do you own your usage data? Hardly. The company sells it to the highest bidder. If you did own it and Facebook paid you for access, verification would become standard and most of the platform's trust and fake news problems might go away. Did you buy a Peloton during the lockdowns? Buy might not be the right word, since you pay another $39 a month for its access to its digital classes. Oh, you can use the workout bike without paying fees, but you have access only to 3 recorded classes and the Just Ride feature. Actually, some have figured out how to hack the bike to use non-Peloton apps. Here's a weird twist. Earlier this year, the art collective MSCHF, in collaboration with rapper Lil Nas X, bought 666 pairs of Nike Air Max 97 sneakers. They added a drop of blood into the soles, or so they claim, labeled them Satan shoes, and sold them for $1,018. Nike sued over trademark infringement, and the sneakers were voluntarily recalled. I guess you don't really own the sneakers you buy either. Could you even write college on a black Hanes t-shirt anymore? In these pages, Kevin O'Reilly wrote about tractors so laden with software that only authorized dealers can repair them. So you own a Deere tractor until it breaks. Same for PET scanners? This has spawned a right-to-repair movement that will take on greater importance in an age of autonomous cars. Will they, too, be constantly updated rentals, not purchases? The tech website Wired recently reported on the expensive ice cream machines McDonald's franchisees buy. Who doesn't like a McFlurry with M&Ms? But if the machines break, only pricey authorized dealers are allowed to repair them, until a hacked passcode was discovered that unlocked secret menus from which owners could play around with recipes and fix problems. Your smartphone is a computer underneath a piece of glass. Surely if you buy it, you can do whatever you want with it, right? Not so fast. Maybe the right to hack will restore the true meaning of ownership. What do I mean? Well, hopefully the statute of limitations has expired, but I used to jailbreak, the hacker's term for being able to reprogram my old iPhones. I did this to play with some apps not allowed by Apple. Not yet, anyway. Eventually, Apple implemented some of the better ones, like reading messages out loud. Jailbreaking isn't illegal, but it's certainly frowned upon. It's a hard and ever-changing process. Maybe I invalidated my warranty, but really, I brought the phone from a big blue buy button on Apple's website. It's mine. Let me do what I want with it. The Apple Epic trial may finally prove that, unlike beer, tech can be owned. And I thought that this was a really well done article. Again, I gave the Wall Street Journal a lot of crap for publishing this because a lot of the claim, even though it was an opinion piece, a lot of the claims are just verifiably, fundamentally, just completely contradicted by the agencies that were cited in that video. But I really do like that, A, they published letters to the editor that were calling that article BS, and it also, reading those letters to the editor, allowed me to reach out to some of the chief counsel at these trade associations that I hope to have on the show soon to be able to talk about medical device repair with all of you and answer your questions. But secondly, I really like that other members of the Wall Street Journal wrote pieces that just completely cut against that and really do start kind of proposing that question to the more conservative audience that reads this. What is ownership? Do we own any of this stuff anymore? Because it seems like we don't. And at what point are we going to stop taking the Tom Giovanetti arguments at face value and start digging a little more before we live in a society where we all just fundamentally rent anything that we use? I don't think that conservatives or liberals or libertarians alike want to live in that society. And I really do like seeing pieces like this because it kind of reminds me that for all the areas where we disagree about all these different issues, that there's this one area where we can kind of all come together, which is when you buy something, you should own it and you should be able to fix it. Anyway, I thought it was a cool article, so I thought I would read it. I'll link it down below. And, I just wanted to say thank you to Andy for publishing this because this is I think it's a good piece. And, again, I'm going to stop repeating myself now. See you all in the next video. By the way, I'm wearing a black shirt, so you probably couldn't notice this because I have a black cat. Did you notice there's a blackberry over here? That's a little blackberry. But she was hiding. See, she's camouflaged. See, if I wear a black shirt and I have a black cat, then she's invisible. You can only see her if I do this. I've revealed you, Blackberry. Look into the camera, girl. She doesn't want to be revealed. All right. See y'all later. So today I wanted to make a video about anxiety and something that helps me to cope with anxiety when I have it and when it feels overwhelming and aggravating. And so I wanted to explain this concept to you. One thing you may notice is that since I am wearing a gray polo shirt today instead of a black polo shirt, you are able to detect that there is a black kitten in my lap. Usually she is invisible. She is camouflaged by the black polo shirt. However, black kitty, gray polo shirt, you can see her. She's adorable now, isn't she? She is so cute. Anyway, so usually when I'm planning something, I'll say, okay, I am going to get this business loan. Once I have this business loan, I will buy this product at X price. Then I will sell it at X times 1.4. Then I will make profit. Then I will pay myself a salary. Then everything will go good. And when you have a plan like that, usually things don't go according to the way your brain planned it. You'll try to get a loan and it'll fail, or you'll go through 5 different miserable, harrowing steps that torture you for months before you can get it and realize you can't. Then you buy the product and it arrives broken, or maybe it gets devalued in the time that you're selling it, or you sell it and the chargeback is filed. There's all sorts of things that can happen when you have a plan, whether it's a business plan or whether you're just asking someone out. You think, I am going to ask her out. Then she will say yes. Then she will show up. Then, after she shows up, we will have a good time. Then we will go out again. And then this will rinse and repeat until we're happy, married, have a family. And, she could also say no. She could say yes and not show up. She could say yes, show up. You have a horrible time together. So many things that could happen. And when my brain is coming up with a plan for how something's going to go, it almost always gets derailed. So let's bring this over to anxiety. What anxiety is planning. It's just in the opposite direction. Usually, your brain is assuming that something horrible is going to happen. Now, anytime you're about to do something, there's usually 5 different outcomes of what you do. And anxiety is the act of your brain picking the worst of the 5 outcomes. Then when that worst of the 5 outcomes occurs, then of the next step, which is going to happen? The worst of the 5 outcomes. Then after that, which is going to happen? The worst of those 5 outcomes. So let's say you're at work and you're a little confused about something. Well, I'm going to ask everybody for help, and nobody will help me. Once nobody helps me, I'll try to figure it out myself, and I will fail. Once I fail, I will get fired. Once I get fired, I will not look for a job and never be able to find another job. Once I tell my landlord I have no money, he will not give me any extension, and he will take me to court. Once he takes me to court, I will be kicked out immediately. Once I'm kicked out immediately, I'll ask my friends for help. They will all ignore me, and then I will be homeless. Once I am homeless, I will be eaten alive by a ravaged bear or whatever. And this is the way that it works. It kind of assumes that in every single scenario along all these little forks in the road in life, it's assuming that of the 5 different paths, it's always going to be the worst one that gets chosen. And what I have to remind myself is that that it's the same brain that's planning for good and planning for bad. And when I'm planning something good, the good thing usually doesn't happen the way that my brain thought it would happen. Usually when I'm coming up with any plan, it doesn't go the way my brain thought it would happen. So why?
So as most of you know, Rust has been in early access. So as most of you know, Rust has been in early access for the past 2 to 3 days. And with this